Oh, man. Ugh, that was a tough one. Alright, sorry about the mask. I just can't have my Dungeons & Dragons group knowing that I talk about them like this on camera. And if you don't know, I'm and I love to complain about Dungeons & Dragons. Now, if you don't mind, please hit the like button and subscribe now so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. You wouldn't want to miss out on any of the angry stuff that I'm going to be talking about next week. So what am I going to complain about today? Not using magic items.
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Is that a serious question?
No, it wasn't.
People love getting items in the game, but then immediately forget that they have them. And when they do remember that they have them, they're too scared to use them because they're afraid then they will lose them. People, we are adventurers. It's in the description. Let's start acting like it.
Shit, Negro, that's all you had to say.
An example is Justin with Dave the Ranger and a little magical item known as the oathbow. The oathbow is awesome, as I hope everybody knows.
It's so bad.
Now, Dave found this bow months ago and has not used it as anything more than just a bow. Why would this be, you ask? Well, let's examine what an oathbow is. Better yet, let's act out what the scenario was, and I'll show you exactly what happened.
You retrieve the oathbow from the orc who you just slayed. I examine the bow. You give the bow a look over and realize this is no ordinary bow. This is, in fact, the oathbow. Fuck yeah. Lucky, the oathbow is awesome.
So, if you don't know, the oathbow is in fact awesome.
It's so bad.
It has a bunch of special properties that I'm about to list right here. When you use this weapon to make a ranged attack, you can, as a command phrase, say, "Swift death to those who have wronged me." The target of your attack becomes your sworn enemy until it dies or until dawn 7 days later. You can have only one such sworn enemy at a time. When your sworn enemy dies, you can choose a new one after the next dawn. When you make a ranged attack roll with this weapon against your sworn enemy, you have advantage on the roll.
Yada yada.
Yada what?
Yada yada yada.
Now, let's see this oathbow in action.
I shoot an arrow at the giant spider. Does a 13 hit? It does not. The arrow bounces off its tough skin.
If you whisper "swift death to you who have wronged me" to your arrow before using it, you'll have advantage on the attack.
Yeah, but there's too many other spiders around. I don't want to risk it.
Risk what?
If I make it my sworn enemy and it gets away, I'll have disadvantage on all other weapons for 7 days.
Seriously, because of the risk, I've never once seen the oathbow used properly outside of the original enemy that we stole it from. Another issue is not using items is that players want to hold on to them, save them for when they really need them. That time never comes.
Now it comes to it. I don't feel like parting with it. It's mine. I found it. It came to me.
If you have a decent dungeon master, he's going to frequently be replenishing your items you find. Have fun and just use them. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity because it never comes. Seriously, I sit and I watch my fellow adventurers and wait for them to use the cool items that I know they have. It's aggravating.
The lizard folk dash forward and still outnumber you. They ready their clubs. Fuck, I used up all my spell slots on those goblins from the cave. I guess I'll just play defense and use the dodge action.
Don't you have the staff of the python? You could summon a snake to fight.
No way. If my python gets reduced to 0 hit points, it dies and the staff breaks. Permanently.
Okay, but if you never use it...
Hey, it's Samantha's turn. Let her play how she wants.
And I totally agree. It is Samantha's turn, and you shouldn't be telling people how to play their characters. And that is why I have this show and need to break everything I own every time we play.
What are we supposed to do? We're all down to like 5 hit points apiece. Steve is unconscious on the ground. I want to cast banishment, but I don't have any more 4th level spell slots. I'll just hold action, I guess.
Lisa, you have the Circlet of Blasting, and it lets you cast Scorching Ray.
Hey, remember, it's Lisa's turn. Yeah, I can only use that once per day, so I don't want to waste it. Okay, Steve, you are currently at 0 hit points. I'll start rolling my death saves, I guess.
But don't you have... Steve, you have the Periaptive Wound Closure. It stabilizes you if you're dying.
I don't know. I'll just cast Firebolt at it.
God damn it, Samantha. I know you have the Horn of Valhalla. Blow it and call some fucking warrior spirits.
Your turn?
I sure wish I had some cool items to use in this situation.
You would if you didn't use them all the time. And now we are all about to die.
Use your shit, people. That's why it's there. Not using items is it's not fun for you. It's not fun for the party. It's also not fun for the dungeon master. I know personally when I DM, one of my favorite experiences is the delight in a character's eyes or a player's eye when I give them a really cool item. An experience I don't love is sitting around waiting for them to never use those items. This also goes for inspiration. To put it in as demeaning a way as possible, I think of giving out inspiration as dog treats. When players behave well, I give them a treat as a reward for that good behavior, such as talking in character or playing out a scenario in a fun and entertaining way.
Come on! Do it!
So, okay, let's imagine I pull out my dog treats for my dog, okay? I get one out, and he's super excited. I put one on the floor for him, and then he immediately just goes and sits in the corner and sleeps for the rest of the day. That's what it feels like as a DM. All right, self-reflection time. Having said all that, your character is your own. Anyone should be allowed to play as they choose. And with all the spells and action economy to remember, it can be hard to use everything at your disposal. Some of us just simply forget, and that's okay. I'm guilty of playing a little too safe and not using items and abilities myself. I remember when I was playing a barbarian and I never used reckless attack because it made my character vulnerable. I regret that. Be reckless. Have fun. Remember that this isn't real life where we need to be careful of our actions and how we spend our money. Go crazy. Have fun. Use the freedom of a TTRP as an opportunity to be brave and throw caution into the wind. And for the love of God, whisper into that arrow if you have the oathbow. Until next time, adventurers, remember, have fun and don't piss me off.